After weeks upon weeks upon weeks of anticipation, they finally did it. They sent Hook! I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Rampage. And yes, AEW finally decided to do the smart thing to boost ratings and send Hook! And if you don't think I'm going to use the whole Hook thing throughout this review, then you don't know how much I use Hook and enjoy it. Ow. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. This show had its moments. It at least had 4 matches, so a couple of them, had to go maybe a couple minutes longer, but at least we didn't have one match that was like, oh my god, this is going on forever. So at least it felt like it flew by. But then again, it's an hour-long wrestling program, so it's naturally going to fly by. So Dasha, my goodness, please have Dasha on, the ring announcing duties a little bit more. Because one, she has great inflections in her voice, and she has enthusiasm, and also she's hot as hell. She just is, and it's just really nice because she provides a nice feel for the ring announcing. Have her and Justin Roberts split the duties. Duties. See, I'm mature. No. So FTR with Tully Blanchard versus Lucha Bros with Alex Abrahantes. AEW World Tag Team Championship match already in the ring. No entrances, no nothing. Okay, let's just get right into the goddamn action. Since this was taped, I knew they weren't going to switch the titles. I'm going to say this much right now. I like both these teams. I got this Lucha Bro t-shirt when I went to a Defy Northwest wrestling show back in, I believe, May of 2019. A clip has floated around from a match that the Lucha Bros had against Chef and Chris Ridgway that Aubrey Edwards was the referee for right before she was officially signed to AEW. And that was the clip where Phoenix kicked her in the goddamn head. Now, it was safely done because Phoenix is a safe worker, except not for himself because he brains himself a lot, but I was at that show. The cameras and the audio equipment don't do justice for the fact we were shaking the floors with boos. You do not hurt our Aubrey. She is a great representation of Washington State. And even though she is tough as nails, you don't hurt our Aubrey. But anyway, I love FTR. FTR is one of my 2 favorite tag teams going today. Them and Guerrillas of Destiny. But, goddamn, this match at times had some really good stuff to it, but then it just dissolved into a mess of moves. It was just stuff and no psychology and whatever. Rick Knox is the worst fucking referee. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a nice guy. But god damn it. The guy basically looks like a goddamn mannequin there. It's like if they tried to get blood from one of the mannequins in that Twilight Zone episode where they come to life for 24 hours and then they got to go back to being a mannequin or whatever. No, I didn't want to go back in the box. Need to rewatch the Twilight Zone episodes. The marathon's coming up in New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Hooray! So anyway, yeah, the match was just basically a mess of moves with some good spots. There were actually some pretty damn terrific spots. The problem is it just all blended together at some points to the point that I just started to zone out a bit. When I would zone back in, I was enjoying what I was watching because it's FTR and Lucha Bros, and it certainly is exciting stuff, but I've seen so much of it before. And since it was taped, there was no way that FTR was going to win. They did some stuff with the belt and whatever, and the belt accidentally hit Dax, and Eddie chance because Phoenix did the Eddie dance, which was really nice. But then he got hit with the belt when he tried to do a splash, and Dax was trying to get the victory. And then we get some near falls, we get a whole bunch of stuff. We get the package, stomp, or the stomp into the package pile driver. Phoenix does the dive outside, 1, 2, 3. The Lucha Bros get the victory. So, I will not say that it was a boring opener, it's just some of it blended together because I've seen a lot of it before. But anyway, we then get to Ruby Soho, the Soho Squad. Her, Anna Jay, and Ty K. Oh, well, not Ty KO, but Ty Conte. Who does the Ty KO? That's one of her finishers. I'll just say right now that Ty Conte and Anna Jay could be comatose and would be smarter than one member of the former Riot Squad, Sarah Logan. Seriously, look her up. She's not very smart. Sarah Rowe, whatever the fuck her name is. Anyway, they took on Nyla Rose, the Bunny, and Penelope Ford with Vicky Guerrero. Again, the Bunny is not really that good in the ring. She's fine valet. Ford has improved. Vicky is not necessary. Nyla almost needs a complete reset to get her back to the promised land and everything because she's very good. She's a very good powerhouse. She's got great agility. That knee drop she does off the goddamn ropes while her opponent's on the ropes is fucking great. But they've beaten her into power. They've had her lose to people that she shouldn't be losing to. It's just whatever. Anna Jay and Ty Conte are a fine team. This is about building Ruby versus Nyla Rose in the TBS tournament. It just became a melee. We got the knuckle duster. Oh no, the brass knucks. You know that didn't damage him at all. Or whatever. Didn't even cake the makeup. And I got folded up in the beast bomb. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That was about 30 minutes of the wrestling program right there. And then we get a pre-tape with Sting and Darby. I'll say that at least they had the women's, the 6-woman tag go a little bit longer than most of the matches, so that wasn't the worst thing. So a pre-tape with Sting and Darby. Sting's going to be back in, I believe, Greensboro for the first time since 1998. And they get about that much out. Tony Schiavone's interviews are him and Marvez, they have cursed interviews. Seriously, you get if you see either of them holding a microphone, you go in the opposite direction. You climb on the goddamn ceiling like you're Lionel Richie. They get interrupted by FTR and Tully. They throw Darby away. Darby actually then tries to do a dive to stop, a kick to the groin, but alas, he can't. Tully says one more time, I did not know that somebody as old as Tully could be a Daft Punk fan, but he kicked him in the groin. Please do not do Tully versus Sting. Also, they might do Tully versus Phoenix, rather, because I would pop for that just to see if they could. I wouldn't. Please don't have Tully wrestle. Again, please don't. Just don't. I mean, I almost want to see the morbid curiosity of him versus Sting. Loser is the first one to break a hip, and then the winner will stand up and will break a hip there because they're so old or whatever. When they were in school, they didn't have history. Their social security numbers are 1. But anyway, and then we got Fuego del Sol already in the ring, and the debut of Hook! Coming out to a song I didn't recognize. If you know what the song is, please tell me. I have no goddamn idea what it was. But he had, the hair all fluffed up or whatever. Hook was ready to make his dad proud. And I will say this, Del Sol, whenever he got on offense, was getting booed. Hook was over. They were getting Hook chants and everything. They were a big fan of that Steven Spielberg movie that I didn't think was very goddamn good. My opinion. And it was a Taz mission for the victory. Good stuff. And Hook was poised. He did some nice mat wrestling. Didn't do too much fancy stuff. He did enough to where he showed that he's learning. And also Del Sol bumped like crazy. Again, Hook's debut worked really well. So, split screen with the Elite and the Best Friends. Trent wants it to be all about him. They're already teasing that Trent's going to go heel. Like they teased that Chuck Taylor was going to turn heel all the way back at New Japan Pro Wrestling's World Tag League in 2018 and even into the very end of 2018 after World Tag League ended. But then because Chuck Taylor was going to become unhinged and everything. But then that didn't happen because they left for AEW and they just forgot about the whole goddamn thing. Because you can't split up the Best Friends because you got to give the people what they want. Wheeler Yuta then took on, with all the Best Friends, even though Trent didn't want to be there, took on Adam Cole, baby. This is what Cole left WWE for. Nothing against Wheeler Yuta. I actually think Wheeler Yuta's fine. I actually think Wheeler Yuta's very underappreciated. But he's going to feud with Orange Cassidy. A gimmick that's stale. Whatever. Cole wins, we get a brawl, and Trent gets taken down with the BTE trigger. But Rampage wasn't bad. I just didn't care about the main event. But at least we got the debut of Hook! Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.